Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I cover what I did last week and some of the news that has caught my eye. Now, when it comes to gaming last week, I played a little less than average because, as I've said last week as well, during the previous Sunday recap, I have a really busy schedule at the moment when it comes to my work, and for the next 2 weeks at least, it is still going to be quite tough for me to have any energy to really do a lot of gaming. So that is playing a bit of a part at the moment, although I'm definitely gonna do my absolute best to keep up with getting you guys a video out every day. I cannot guarantee it because the next 2 weeks are bound to be very hectic for me. Still, I managed to play EVE Online at least every day. Most of it has been a bit more mining industry, just some more selling, but I'm also now wrapping up my concrete preparations for the Citadel expansion. So one thing that I'm doing now is that I've moved a smaller boss close by. This is actually a faction boss that I think it's a Serpentis one that has the lowest fuel usage of all of them, because I think once I get a Citadel going, anything that has to do with reprocessing, with storage will no longer be done in the boss. It just doesn't make sense to put it in a risky place. All of that will move to a Citadel, and so what I'm definitely planning to do there is downgrade from a medium standard boss back into the small faction tower, which will be much more cost effective. I think adding a medium Citadel, so one of the smallest one at first, then combining that with the faction tower should pretty much remain around the same fuel costs as what the medium boss is costing now. So that's definitely one thing that I'm prepping and planning for, and that I've been doing the latest preparations for. Another thing is that I have found a small market niche that I'm trying to fill at the moment. I need to ramp up my production, but it is working to my great surprise. I'm making a lot of money for the effort I'm putting in there. I'm not willing to share exactly what it is just yet with you guys because I want to take advantage of the fact that it is seemingly a bit of a gap in the market there at the moment, and so I'm making my moves on that. I'm making my preparations for that as well, because I have a very specific plan going in there after the expansion hits. But all of that will be coming later, but it is being very successful at the moment. To my surprise, things are moving quite rapidly there as well. And other than that, it's basically just a bit more planning and just keeping an eye out for any information that comes out when it comes to the Citadel expansion. I tried to join the mass tests. Unfortunately, due to my busy schedule, I only managed to join one mass test last week. It was the one from Tuesday. And that video should be coming out next week as well. I think it was pretty interesting. It was an actual fight between a Citadel and a subcap fleet. So that was actually pretty damn cool. And there was also, I must say this as well, I think on CC, the first part was very slow, so I didn't record it, but we had to do quite a bit of like docking and finding citadels and things like that, and it's really coming along quite nicely. Now in the structure browser, you can see all of the available functionalities like reprocessing, a market, research on standard outposts and things like that. CCP is working hard on the Citadel expansion, and more is being added to CC. So I would say if you want a good preview, if you want an idea and you haven't gone on CC just yet, you absolutely might want to check that out just to get an idea, take a look at the blueprints, take a look at the possibilities, all of the new modules and everything that's coming out. It's not just for Citadels, it's for capitals, super capitals. There's a lot of changes there, and the builds on CC are becoming more and more concrete, I would say, more and more feature complete. So it's looking pretty good, although all of that is subject to change. With just 10 days to go until the expansion hits, CCP is starting to deploy the final functionalities there as well. It's really cool to see all of that happening. The other thing that I've played, of course, that was only during this weekend, was the Doom Open Beta. Only a few hours, honestly. I didn't really feel the urge to go all out during this open beta. Maybe I should quickly share with you guys my thoughts. I have a few videos coming about the open beta, just a couple of very quick games that went pretty well, where I focus on a few of the weapons and a first look video. But it is a fun experience, in my opinion. It seems to be a really polished game that functions well. I had no crashes, no technical problems or anything like that, but it hasn't tied me over in any way. I'm only more worried about the fact that they are planning to have map DLCs, so paid map DLCs, which is gonna split their player base. And I don't see the multiplayer being that super popular that they'll be able to sustain something like that, a fragmented player base due to their own doing. So I still think that that's a very bad idea. In fact, the open beta experiencing the game on a few maps has just cemented that idea in my head that nope, those DLCs are just a terrible, terrible idea. And basically this puts Doom for me in the exact same spot as the Elder Scrolls Online was when that first launched. It's just not worth the full price, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be a bad game. I don't think it's going to be a bad experience, or it will have any major problems or technical bugs or anything like that. But I don't think I'm willing to pay 60 euros or dollars just for the game and then have to pay up extra for DLCs, for maps, skins, possibly weapons, whatever else they're going to throw in there. I just don't see the value for a full price at this point. So my plan for Doom is basically to not spoil the story with me, but to keep an eye out for some reviews that can give me an indication of how long am I going to be able to play, playing through the story, the single player campaign, and then I'll just wait for a discounted price where I would say that, okay, just the single player campaign is probably gonna be worth it at this price, and then any of the multiplayer stuff that I can still do will just be the cherry on top. Will that be a discounted base game? Will that be a Game of the Year edition? All of that depends, of course, on all of the reviews to come out later, but yeah, this open beta, while decently fun for a few hours and it being a pretty beautiful, technically solid game, I just have to say, no, not willing to pay the full price for what I've seen here. And I think that the pricing model with the paid map DLCs is just a terrible idea for the game when I view it from the lens of having played the Doom open beta for a few hours. Now, when it comes to news itself, of course, it's going to be all about EVE Online in the next few weeks. So I am looking forward to Fanfest. There is, in fact, a dev blog out on this with the entire schedule as well. What I really like here is that on Thursday, the first day, we're already going to get the keynotes. So what I think most people consider the most important aspect of Fanfest, especially when you're not going, is the trailer, all the news, everything that's up in the pipeline next. And them CCP doing this on the first day, I think is a really great idea, because it does indeed allow for a lot more talk, hype, communication, news to be, more details to come out during the other 2 days of Fanfest. Unfortunately, it's already at 1400 EVE time, so that's just a few hours too early for me. I won't be home, but I think that CCP tends to put those up on YouTube very quickly, and if I'm not mistaken, this is my plan to check out on Twitch if the cast is available. I think that they keep those for at least a few hours. So if you're in the same boat as me, you know, you have to go to work on the first day of Fanfest and you can't be home before, let's say, a few hours after the keynotes, I would still go and check out the Twitch channel, because there is a very good chance that you'll still be able to watch the actual stream there, although of course a few hours later. But I totally think it's going to be worth it, and if not, month, I'm really sure that there will be so much information and videos coming out right away as well, that we'll get a good idea from the first day at Fanfest. And yeah, it just sounds like a good idea. After that, Friday and Saturday, again on Friday I will have to go to work, but we'll see what I can pick up. And then on Saturday, I think it's going to be all about just watching Fanfest, playing some EVE Online, getting some preparations done, reading all the comments, everything that's happening that people are speculating on. So this is looking like quite a fun weekend. One thing as well, I'm not sure if I'm going to find it here, but there is going to be a special in-game prize pool that will absolutely be worth it. And all you have to do is enter the system of Amar with a character, preferably all your characters, because every individual character will give you a ticket, basically a chance for that lottery. And the first prize was something like 120 Plex. So that's pretty crazy, but that definitely means that, oh, here we go. So here we have a special drawing that will take place. First place 120 Plex, second place 36 Plex, third place 12 Plex, and all you have to do is enter the Amar system from April 19th through Tuesday, April 26th with your characters. So that, of course, is a no-brainer. At some point in the next weekend, I'll just undock all of my characters, make my move to the Amar system, and then get the hell back, giving me 3 chances to win a pretty amazing prize, 120 Plex. Can you imagine that? That would be absolutely baller, but I definitely want to share that with you guys as well, because if you have multiple active accounts, just make sure that you try and bring every character into Amar during one of those days, just so that you have a better chance of winning some of these yeah, pretty just mind-bogglingly big prizes if you look at it from an in-game perspective. That is just yeah, too good not to pass this up here. So next up also, of course, after that, right after Fanfest, on April 27th, we will have the Citadel expansion. As I've said here, I am planning to be pretty active trying to build my own Citadel, but my aim is going to be for a large Citadel with its own market. From a logistics point of view, though, with the time it takes to copy something like that, of course, the dangers that will come with having your own little market that can actually be blown up, I don't expect this to be something that I'll just basically go hardcore towards right from the beginning. I'll pace myself, and I'm expecting to be able to get something like a large Citadel maybe by the summer or something like that. And so before that, I do plan to go with at least a medium Citadel as well, just to check all of that out, be a bit acquainted with these new structures and all the functionalities, and just yeah, get going to enjoy the Citadel expansion. But this, of course, is also one thing that I am absolutely looking forward to. And the next week, the next 10 days are, I think, going to be all about EVE Online for me personally, that and a lot of real life hard work. But yeah, sounds pretty damn good to me. I hope everyone here will also enjoy Fanfest, will enjoy the Citadel expansion if you play EVE Online. If not, you know, there's a lot of other stuff coming out as well that should be pretty interesting. I didn't mark these here, but I know that there's a new season for Diablo that I'm looking forward to. There is Overwatch, there is Doom if you want to actually buy that game and you really don't want anything else than the nostalgic feeling of Doom and a good shooter. It is still something that you can do if you want to, just not for me personally. And I think that there's a lot of other really cool stuff coming out as well, like Stellaris, another one of those Paradox huge games that's going to be absolutely mind-bogglingly big time sinks. But yeah, absolutely a great time for gaming. This weekend, of course, was all about open betas. I only did the Doom open beta because I have some other stuff to do this weekend as well. But yeah, great time to game, honestly. There is so much to do, so much to look forward to, that I almost don't know what to start at first. And that's actually quite a luxury. Sometimes I'm also in the exact opposite situation where I don't really know what I should do next on the weekend. Definitely in the upcoming weeks, that is not going to be a problem. Anyways, that's it for this Sunday recap, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.